The IMF warning is important for three reasons that we will look at in detail. First, lower growth. We heard a few months ago from some of the most optimistic analysts that the international bodies were actually conservative in their estimates of global GDP growth and recovery of the economy. Well, that was not the case. The slash of the IMF, of the economy's growth, in those in which consumption was expected to be the main driver in particular, is a very concerning issue. It's not just consumption expectations that were excessively optimistic, it's also investment expectations that were excessively exuberant, optimistic. And another important factor is that the IMF for the first time warns about inflationary pressures. They're more persistent, they're dangerous, and they're affecting both the growth in the economy and the level of improvement of the situation for the poorest, because obviously inflation is the tax on the poor. Obviously, there's another factor that we need to take into account, not just lower growth, not just higher inflation for longer, but higher debt. The IMF shows that debt is growing faster. So it's not just that we have lower growth and higher inflation, it's that it's also higher debt, showing that the massive stimulus packages that we're seeing are not generating the multiplier effect that governments estimated at all. In fact, in some cases, it's clearly negative because the rise in debt exceeds all of the improvement of the reopening. An important factor as well that we need to take into account here is that central banks continue to repeat the rhetoric of transitory inflation and the idea that it's all because of so-called supply chain disruptions. We have already debunked those things. The vast majority of the inflationary pressures come from monetary excess. And what we're seeing right now is that central banks are not willing to stop the printing machine, but they need to take action because the impact on the economy of inflationary pressures is significantly higher than what many expected.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, leave your comments below, and keep defending freedom. Thank you very much.